Picture this. The alarm rings, morning light fills the room, and you swing your legs out of bed. This time, something feels different. You stand tall, your knees do not shake. Your balance feels steady. You take a few steps across the room and notice the lightness in your body. The floor seems easier to cross. Your breath feels fuller. You walk outside for a short stroll and suddenly realize your stride is quicker and more confident, almost as if you stepped back in time. This is not magic. It is not luck either. It is the result of a simple choice that starts with what you hold in your hands each morning: a warm cup of tea. Many people think of tea as a comfort, a gentle ritual that soothes nerves or replaces coffee. That is true, but the real power of certain teas runs deeper. Inside those leaves and roots are natural compounds that act like quiet allies for your muscles. They calm inflammation, improve circulation, and even help the body rebuild and protect muscle proteins. Why does this matter so much after the age of 60? Because the body slowly loses muscle mass with every passing decade. Research shows a decline of 3 to 8% of muscle every 10 years. That means everyday actions that once felt effortless start to require more effort. Getting up from a chair, climbing a flight of stairs, or walking to the end of the block may suddenly feel heavy, tiring, or uncertain. The loss of muscle is not only about strength. It touches independence, confidence, and quality of life. When muscles weaken, balance suffers. The risk of falling rises. Slowly, people withdraw from activities they once loved, not because they want to, but because they no longer feel steady enough. It becomes easier to sit still than to stand tall. But here is the truth that too many forget. Muscle loss is not a one-way street. The body can be guided to rebuild, to restore, to regain strength. The right nutrients, in the right form, can flip the switch back on. And some of the most effective nutrients may already be steeping in your teacup. This is the invitation to see tea not just as a drink, but as a quiet act of resilience. Every sip can be a step toward reclaiming freedom, independence, and strength. Weakness does not arrive overnight. It builds slowly, almost invisibly, until one day you notice that ordinary tasks feel heavier than they should. Rising from a low chair takes more effort than before. Carrying groceries leaves your arms tired. A short walk that once refreshed you now drains your energy. This quiet decline is part of a process known as sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and function. Sarcopenia is not simply about shrinking muscles. It is about losing the foundation that supports independence. Without strong muscles, balance falters, movements become cautious, and the fear of falling begins to shadow every step. Falls are not just accidents. They are moments that can take away confidence, mobility, and sometimes the ability to live freely. One reason this decline happens is something scientists call anabolic resistance. When you are young, every bite of protein is like a signal telling your muscles to grow, repair, and stay strong. With age, that signal weakens. The same meal that once fueled muscle growth now has only a fraction of the effect. Even when you eat well, your muscles respond more slowly and less effectively. Alongside anabolic resistance, another silent force works against aging muscles: chronic, low-grade inflammation. Think of it as a small fire burning within your body. It is not dramatic like an injury, but it steadily wears down muscle fibers, leaving them weaker and slower to heal. Over months and years, this hidden fire erodes strength and resilience. Blood flow also changes with age. Arteries stiffen, circulation slows, and oxygen and nutrients take longer to reach the tissues that need them most. Muscles deprived of steady nourishment struggle to repair themselves. Imagine trying to rebuild a house when the delivery truck brings only half the bricks. The process becomes delayed, incomplete, and fragile. Together, these forces create what feels like a perfect storm. Protein no longer activates growth as it once did. Inflammation chips away at fibers. Circulation delivers less support. Day by day, muscles grow weaker, and with them the ability to live independently. The effects reach beyond the body. They shape the mind and spirit. When balance becomes uncertain, people begin to avoid the activities they once enjoyed. Social gatherings are skipped because walking across a parking lot feels daunting. Hobbies that require physical effort are set aside. The circle of life narrows. Confidence fades. Independence slips away. The tragedy is that many accept this decline as inevitable. They tell themselves it is just aging, that nothing can be done. Yet research and real-life experiences show a different story. Muscles at 60 or 70 are not doomed to waste away. The body remains capable of rebuilding, but it needs the right conditions. It needs less inflammation, more circulation, and support that restores the effectiveness of protein. This is where nutrition plays a central role. Foods and natural compounds can change the environment inside the body. They can quiet the fire of inflammation, open the pathways of circulation, and help protein work more effectively again. Exercise is important, but without the right internal support, the benefits of activity are muted. When the body is primed with the right nutrients, movement becomes easier, strength returns faster, and energy feels more sustainable. The good news is that these nutrients are not hidden in complex supplements or expensive formulas. They can be found in simple, ancient sources that people have consumed for centuries. One of the most overlooked yet powerful of these sources is tea, a daily ritual that can move beyond comfort and become an act of restoration. The next step is to see how tea does this, how certain leaves and roots contain compounds that directly target the very forces that weaken muscles with age. The story of rebuilding strength does not end with decline. It begins again with awareness, choice, and the quiet power of what you sip each day. When people think of building strength, they often picture weights in a gym or protein shakes in shiny bottles. Rarely do they imagine a simple cup of tea. Yet this ancient drink holds compounds that science now shows can act directly on the very forces that strip muscle with age. Inside many teas are bioactive compounds, natural molecules that quietly work in 3 essential ways. First, they calm inflammation. This is like cooling down that small but constant fire that damages muscle fibers. When inflammation is reduced, muscles have the chance to heal and grow. Second, they improve circulation. Better blood flow means more oxygen and more nutrients reach every cell, giving muscle tissue the fuel it needs to repair itself. Third, they support energy metabolism. That means the body becomes more efficient at using protein, turning it into strong fibers instead of wasting it. Polyphenols, a family of plant compounds found in tea, are powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents. Adaptogens, found in roots like ashwagandha, help the body respond to stress and recover faster. Even the gentle presence of caffeine in some teas can enhance alertness and coordination, both crucial for muscle activation and balance. Unlike supplements that often feel like a chore, tea offers something more sustainable. It is simple to prepare. It fits into daily life with ease. It carries almost no calories and no complicated preparation. The warmth of a cup becomes a soothing ritual, a pause in the day that nourishes body and spirit at the same time. Because it feels natural and enjoyable, it is far easier to sustain than strict regimens or pills. Consistency is the true secret to protecting strength, and tea helps make consistency possible. Over the years, many older adults who made tea part of their routine discovered surprising results. Not overnight miracles, but gradual changes that built week by week. Stronger steps, less soreness, better balance, greater confidence in daily movement. Each sip was small, but together they created a steady foundation for resilience. This is why tea deserves to be seen not just as comfort, but as medicine for the muscles and the mind. It helps flip the conditions that aging tries to reverse. It turns decline into possibility. It transforms a daily drink into a tool for independence. If you are ready to go deeper into these ideas, to learn not only which teas matter most, but also how to combine them with nutrition and mindset, I invite you to join me on my channel, Daily 1% Impact. There you will find science explained simply, habits broken down clearly, and stories designed to inspire steady growth. Because true strength is not built in a single day, it is built one small choice at a time. Rooibos tea is not as widely known as green or black tea. yet it carries remarkable potential for anyone over 60 who wants to restore strength. It comes from a shrub that grows only in South Africa, and its leaves produce a naturally sweet, smooth cup that is caffeine-free. That alone makes it valuable, since many older adults struggle with sleep or feel jittery after drinking coffee. Rooibos avoids these problems while still offering deep nourishment. The secret of Rooibos lies in its unique antioxidants, especially aspalathin and nathophagon. These compounds are strong defenders against inflammation and oxidative stress, the two forces that quietly weaken muscle tissue as we age. Oxidative stress is like rust forming inside the body, slowly damaging cells. Rooibos helps protect against that rust, preserving the integrity of muscle fibers. Research published in respected journals has shown that Rooibos extracts reduce markers of inflammation and improve antioxidant status. Another overlooked benefit is blood sugar balance. Stable blood sugar means a steady flow of fuel for the muscles throughout the day. Instead of sharp highs and lows that drain energy, Rooibos supports a consistent supply. This steady energy can translate into feeling less fatigued and more able to move with confidence. Preparing Rooibos is simple. Steep 1 or 2 teaspoons of loose leaves, or 1 tea bag, in hot water for at least 5 minutes. Drink it warm in the evening as part of a wind-down ritual, or chilled during the day. A slice of orange or a stick of cinnamon adds flavor and extra antioxidants. Many older adults describe Rooibos as comforting, like a small treat they look forward to daily. Consistency is the key, and enjoying the flavor makes consistency easy. Green tea is one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world, often praised for weight control and heart health. What many people do not realize is that green tea also protects muscle strength, especially after 60. The star compound inside green tea is epigallocatechin gallate, more commonly known as EGCG. This catechin is a powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. It supports fat metabolism, but more importantly for older adults, it helps create the right environment for muscle recovery and growth. Another advantage of green tea is its moderate caffeine content paired with the amino acid L-theanine. Caffeine alone can make people jittery, but in green tea it is balanced by L-theanine, which promotes calm focus. This combination sharpens the nervous system without overstimulation. For older adults, that matters because muscle activation and coordination depend on a responsive nervous system. A calm but alert mind supports steadier movement and stronger balance. The taste of green tea can be an obstacle. Brewed incorrectly, it turns bitter. The solution is simple. Heat water to about 175 degrees Fahrenheit, just below boiling, and steep for 2 to 3 minutes. The result is smooth, slightly sweet, and much easier to enjoy. Adding a slice of lemon does more than improve flavor. It enhances absorption of catechins, boosting the effectiveness of the tea. Timing matters too. Drinking 1 or 2 cups in the morning or early afternoon gives the body antioxidant support and improved circulation during the most active hours of the day. For those sensitive to caffeine, decaffeinated green tea still contains EGCG and other beneficial compounds. Over time, this gentle habit supports leg strength, reduces soreness, and keeps mobility alive. It is no wonder that in cultures where green tea is consumed daily, people often remain active well into old age. The third tea may surprise you, because it is not made from leaves at all, but from the root of a plant used for over 3,000 years in Ayurvedic medicine. Ashwagandha, sometimes called Indian ginseng, is one of the most researched herbs for strength and resilience. Its power comes from compounds known as withanolides, which act as adaptogens. Adaptogens are natural substances that help the body adapt to stress, whether that stress is physical exertion, cellular aging, or emotional strain. Modern studies show that ashwagandha can increase testosterone within healthy ranges for both men and women. This matters because testosterone is one of the key signals that tell the body to build and maintain muscle. Ashwagandha also improves muscle protein synthesis, the process of turning protein from food into actual muscle fibers. At the same time, it reduces cortisol, a stress hormone that breaks down muscle tissue. This triple effect makes it uniquely powerful for older adults who want to regain strength without extreme measures. A landmark study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that older adults who supplemented with ashwagandha gained measurable increases in muscle strength and size compared to those who did not, even without major changes in exercise routines. This shows that the herb can tilt the internal environment toward growth and resilience. Brewing ashwagandha as tea is one of the oldest and gentlest ways to take it. Simmer 1 teaspoon of dried root in a cup of water for 10 to 15 minutes, then strain and drink warm. Many prefer to add a splash of milk and a pinch of cinnamon, which not only improves taste but also balances blood sugar. Safety does matter. Those with thyroid conditions, autoimmune disorders, or on medication for blood pressure or blood sugar should consult a healthcare provider before using it. Patients in their 60s and 70s often report feeling more energy during the day, less soreness after activity, and more confidence in their steps after only a few weeks of adding ashwagandha tea to their routines. It is not a miracle, but it is a powerful support that pairs ancient tradition with modern science. The real power of tea comes not from a single cup, but from steady practice. Muscles respond to consistency. Just as strength grows when you repeat exercise day after day, the benefits of tea grow when you drink it regularly. The key is to weave it into your routine so that it becomes natural, easy, and enjoyable. One simple approach is to give each tea its own moment in the day. In the morning, green tea offers a gentle lift. Its catechins help circulation. Its modest caffeine sharpens focus, and its antioxidants prepare the body for activity. Starting the day with green tea is like opening the pathways for strength to flow. In the afternoon, as energy dips, ashwagandha root tea can provide calm resilience. Instead of another coffee that pushes the nervous system, ashwagandha steadies it. It supports protein synthesis, reduces stress hormones, and helps the body prepare for recovery. This makes the afternoon a perfect time to nurture your muscles from within. In the evening, Rooibos tea can close the day with warmth and comfort. Because it is naturally free of caffeine, it does not disturb sleep. Its antioxidants keep protecting muscle tissue through the night, while stable blood sugar provides a steady supply of energy. A cup of Rooibos before bed becomes both a ritual of relaxation and a quiet investment in tomorrow's strength. To make the most of these teas, pair them with the fundamentals of muscle health. A diet rich in high-quality protein from eggs, fish, dairy, beans, or lentils. Gentle resistance training with bands or light weights a few times each week. Regular walking to keep circulation strong. Together, these habits create a powerful synergy where nutrients and movement reinforce each other. Another helpful step is to keep track of how your body feels. Notice your energy after walks, how steady you feel on stairs, how easily you rise from a chair. Over weeks, you may see small but real changes. These signs show that the body is responding, that strength is returning, that independence is being rebuilt. The daily ritual of tea is more than flavor and warmth. It is a framework that reminds you to show up for yourself. Morning, afternoon, evening. Each cup becomes a choice in favor of resilience. With time, those choices accumulate into a body that feels lighter, stronger, and more capable. Even natural remedies require wisdom. Tea is gentle, but each type has its own cautions to consider. Rooibos tea is safe for most people. Yet, if you have liver issues, it is wise to speak with a healthcare provider before making it a daily habit. Green tea is generally safe as well, but too much caffeine can lead to restlessness, digestive upset, or sleep disturbance. Choosing a decaffeinated version allows you to keep the benefits without the stimulation. Ashwagandha root tea requires the most care. It is well tolerated by many, but those with thyroid disorders, autoimmune conditions, or who take medication for blood pressure or blood sugar should consult a doctor before starting. The goal of drinking tea is to support strength and resilience, not to create unexpected complications. The final note is that tea is not a replacement for medical treatment. It is a tool, a support, a gentle ally that enhances what you already do for your health. Combine it with a balanced diet, regular movement, and medical guidance when needed. In this way, tea becomes a safe and powerful part of your journey to lasting strength. Every choice you make shapes the life you live. A single cup of tea may seem small, but repeated day after day, it becomes a steady act of resilience. It is a reminder that even after 60, the body can respond, repair, and rebuild. Muscle loss is not destiny. Independence is not gone forever. Strength is not limited by age. Rooibos offers calm and steady energy. Green tea brings focus and circulation. Ashwagandha renews resilience and supports muscle growth. Together they form a simple system, easy to follow, powerful in effect. These are not exotic solutions or unreachable formulas. They are plants, roots, and leaves prepared in a cup, the same way they have been used for centuries. The real secret is consistency. One sip may not change you, but one sip every day, linked with mindful choices, builds a new foundation. Over weeks, balance improves. Over months, confidence grows. Over years, independence is protected. So the invitation is simple. Brew the cup, take the sip, feel the strength, return one step at a time. The best years of movement and freedom are not behind you. They are waiting ahead, carried by your choices, strengthened by your resilience.